रखा जाए, यही आग्रह करते हुए मैं अपनी वाणी को विराम देता हूं। बहुत धन्यवाद सर।
थैंक यू
Sir, I rise today not in opposition to safety, but in defense of genuine safety, constitutional morality, and the principles of modern federal India. So the Boilers Bill 2024, while draped in the language of reform, reads less like a safety measure and more like an industrial oversight act, hastily written with one eye on ease of doing business rankings and the other close to the lessons of history. Sir, let me be very clear, sir. The boilers are not metaphors. They are metal vessels under pressure. When they fail, people do not just lose jobs, they lose lives. Sir, and yet this bill wants us to believe that deregulating safety, disallowing judicial scrutiny, and empowering inspectors without safeguards is somehow a leap forward. No, sir. It is a slip backwards into a dangerous zone of unaccountable governance. Sir, we are told that this bill modernizes boiler regulation. But what is so modern about continuing a law only for boilers, while the rest of the industrial safety framework in India is being consolidated under the Occupational Safety, Health and Working Conditions Code 2020. Sir, in countries like UK, South Africa and Japan, boilers are governed under the broad workplace safety laws. Why must India alone stick to an archaic, segregated regime, especially when this bill retains almost all the provisions of 1923 law and just adds cosmetic tweaks? Sir, if we are truly committed to modernization, we should have integrated this under a comprehensive safety code, not enacted a parallel law that creates confusion, duplication, and opacity. So this is an attack on federalism and workers' rights. This bill gives state governments the power to exempt entire areas from the law. In Kerala, sir, we pride ourselves on strict enforcement of safety laws. But what happens in other parts of the country where industrial lobbies may be stronger than regulatory will? Sir, a blanket exemption in the name of rapid industrial growth is nothing but a green signal for unsafe practices in fragile zones. Sir, it's a move that undermines uniform safety standards and worse, undermines labor rights. Sir, and let us not forget, boilers are used in tea estates, textile factories, rice mills and rubber processing units, many of which are in rural areas and employ vulnerable workers. In exempting zones or delaying inspections, sir, we risk their lives for the sake of so-called industrial ease. Sir, this bill bars judicial recourse. If a chief inspector rejects your application or delays your registration indefinitely, your only option is a writ petition to the High Court. No appellate body, no tribunal, and no fair hearing. Sir, even the 1923 Act had a better appellate structure. Sir, this not only goes against the grain of natural justice, it further centralizes power and leaves small-scale manufacturers and operators, many from states like mine, sir, at the mercy of bureaucratic discretion. Sir, inspectors are granted search and entry powers, but the bill has no safeguards, no requirement for written reason, no witness rule, no penalty for misuse, nothing. Sir, contrast this with the Food Safety Act or the Bharatiya Nagariga Suraksha Sanhita 2023, which do impose safeguards. Sir, this omission is not oversight. It is a license to intimidate. Small-scale units in Kerala, especially in sectors like cashew processing and coir manufacturing, cannot afford this kind of arbitrary power without redress. Sir, states like Goa, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat have already introduced self-certification for boilers in low-risk use cases. Instead of learning from these reforms, sir, the bill fails to codify self-certification as a legitimate pathway, even where risks are minimal and designs are standardized. Sir, is this really about safety or is it about control? That is the real question. Sir, we in Kerala have always viewed industrial growth as inseparable from workers' dignity and democratic accountability. The Boilers Bill 2024, sir, I am sorry to say, offends both. So we are not opposed to regulation. We are opposed to opaque regulation without appeal, without consultation and without vision. Sir, in conclusion, sir, I would urge the government, I would urge Piyush Goyalji, Honorable Minister. Sir, he is a learned man. I don't know how can he come out with a bill like this. So withdraw this bill for wider consultation with states, integrate boiler safety into occupational safety code, introduce clear appellate mechanisms and inspection safeguards, recognize self-certification as part of progressive compliance reform. And because of this House is serious about safety, sir, it must be serious about democracy, transparency and justice too. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Sir, N.K. Brahmchandar.